Good afternoon and welcome to our new series of STEM videos. Now we've all heard the term people make Glasgow. You've probably seen it on the side of the motorway, on billboards, posters and what have you. Sort of going to look into that and what that actually means. Now there was a term invented by a marketing board to draw people into Glasgow and help create Glasgow and maintain it as a tourist hotspot. Now, while doing some research about this, I discovered that marketing people actually had entrances from all over the world, 42 different countries, 1,500 entrances. But there were some common themes that people were entering into this sort of slogan contest. That Glasgow's a smart, Glasgow's a creative, Glasgow's a vibrant sort of city, which made me thinking just how smart and vibrant is Glasgow and how smart and vibrant is Scotland at all. So what we're going to do, we're going to do a series of STEM videos really explaining some of the awesome inventions which have come from this country, which, hey, I now call home, which will hopefully open your eyes to some of the amazing inventions that have come from Scotland, things you may take for granted, and you never know, you may create a little more civic pride. So without further ado, we'll show you from 1 to 5. So here we have awesome inventions that Scotland gave the world, part 1 to 5. Now, first of all, we've got the TV. Now, came from Scotland. So just think the world would not have been introduced to that small magic box if it hadn't been for the Scottish engineer John Logie Baird. Now this legend was known as the father of television, and he gave the first demonstration of the working TV all the way back in 1925. So that's awesome invention number 1. Now the second invention, something which some of you may not know, I'll put a slide up maybe, is the kaleidoscope. Now, this is a crazy little light refracting machine that has been the source of endless amusement for many years, and of course it was invented in Scotland. Now, it was the brainchild of the inventor Sir David Brewster and was invented to be kind of like a hypnotic device and came about all the way back in 1816. So again, I'll put something up at the end of this to show you what it's like of a kaleidoscope, or even Google it yourself, because they really are a feat. Now, the third invention to come from these Faroe Islands, which is awesome, is the fridge. Now, yes, Scotland is not a particularly warm country, but even then, people weren't too keen on leaving the food outside, although if you've been to things like Broderick Castle in Arran, you'll see they used to sort of pack a little hut full of ice and salt to keep food going. Now, of course, that's all very well, and it would work for a while, but of course, we need to keep things going. So, without a fridge, food would go off, things would scramble, but a Scottish inventor, gone by the name of William Cullen, invented the sort of electronic way of keeping food cold and chilled all the way back in 1755, and he was a Scottish professor. The next one, so this will be awesome invention number 4, something which you may not kind of appreciate, and that's penicillin. Now this is a genuine medical awesome invention. It was used for medical emergencies was made all the more bearable by Scottish inventor Alexander Fleming, who discovered, or I think it was in his windowsill, mould growing on a cup. Now what that's led to is the creation of life-saving antibiotic penicillin all the way back in 1928. So there's a good chance that you are around here today because at some point you've had penicillin, but you may not know it. And the last one is the Encyclopedia Britannica. Now, if you're of a certain age, you may not be aware of this, but believe it or not, there was life prior to Google or Ask Jeeves being invented. Ask Jeeves was like Google beforehand when I was a kid. So there was a time when you couldn't just type or say to something, Google, sorry, what is going on? The oldest encyclopedias, it was a book that they used to compile all the knowledge. So the encyclopedia is the oldest published book of knowledge, and it dates all the way back to 1768. So, and I think another one was published in 1771. So it was a kind of Google in book form that people would purchase or access in libraries. Remember that? Where you'd get your source of knowledge when it wasn't just available at your fingertips. So that's 5 awesome inventions that come from Scotland. We will be doing another one of these later with awesome inventions 6 through to 10. Okay, so there we go. I'll let you get off. Stay safe and wash your hands.